If Light GG can pull up for us. Oh, it's a little funky. It's a little messed up. Okay. All right.
It does.
These are, oh my God, we have so many new weapons. I am going to start with...
What's the difference?
CRYOSTHESIA. Les, I'm about to mute you. All right, CRYOSTHESIA, 260 rounds per minute. Comes with the exotic perk LN2 burst. Variable trigger. Press and release to fire individual shots. Hold to fire a charged shot when liquid cooling is active. We saw that a second ago. It's got like 9 or 10 whole seconds there where you can actually fire off that shot. Liquid cooling. Final blows with the weapon enables a charged shot for a short duration. Targets hit by the shot are instantly frozen at the cost of the weapon's entire magazine. Oh, I didn't know that. And the reload speed is actually kind of bad on it. By the way, something to take note of about CRYOSTHESIA, when we tested it a second ago, it does activate the fragment hedrons. So you could self-proc the damage buff. Oh, okay, so it's exotic catalyst, cold efficiency. Shattering a frozen target refills this weapon's magazine from reserves. That's actually huge. Okay, that's a big one. So I just said how the reload speed just felt terrible earlier. All right, let's take a look at Vex MYTHOCLAST. Exotic. Can you guys see this, by the way? Or do I need to zoom in? Let's zoom in. Yes, there we go. Sexy Vex is back. Exotic energy fusion rifle. Comes with a exotic perk timeless MYTHOCLAST. This weapon fires a single bolt with each trigger pull. Its trait is temporal unlimiter. Defeating targets builds stacks of overcharge. Alternate weapon action swap firing modes when fully overcharged. In alternative firing mode, hold the trigger to charge up and fire more powerful linear fusion shots. Les, have you looked at Vex?
Yeah, it's different.
And it's 360, so it's a it's essentially,
it's like a scout to me.
No, it's 360. It's like a 360 auto rifle.
Yeah, but it says shoot a bolt with every trigger pull, so it's kind of like you have to tap fire it until you go to the alternating mode.
Right. I'm sure it's not full auto, but what I'm saying is it seems like with it being 360 rounds per minute, I almost feel like this is just going to be a which exactly what it was back in D1. Now it's got an exotic catalyst on here. It's exotic catalyst here. It says calculated balance. Higher stacks of overcharge increases stability. So you get higher stacks when defeating targets. And then that actually boosts the stability, which is 19. Let's just keep going down the list, guys. Crown Splitter's back. Oh my God. Oh my God. It is back. Still an aggressive frame. Relentless Vorpal. Let's see what all the traits come with it. Surrounded, counterattack, whirlwind, thresh. I'd have to test to see if the damage is at, but I don't know if I would use Crown Splitter over guillotine. So they actually didn't give us a 2.0 version of the Menagerie swords. They gave us a 2.0 version of the OG vanilla swords. Yeah. Gotcha. Dude, 1 for all on a sword? QUICKFANG here has 1 for all. You do
that's
one.
That's kind of cool, actually.
Yeah, I mean, that's a 35% buff. You could do tire display 1 for all. That's actually nuts. Yeah, I don't really care about these other traits, but 1 for all on it. Or you do like 1 for all thresh. Get your super really fast. But I would just overcommit. Either relentless strikes, tireless blade with 1 for all. Just chew through everything. It's such a fast sword. Okay, so this is Eternity's Edge. Vortex frame. Essentially a guillotine 2.0, but solar. Okay, we've got surrounded, counterattack. Until they unnerf counterattack, I just don't see myself using counterattack. But surrounded, you might be able to make a play with that. Surrounded, relentless strikes. Chroma rush. Kinetic auto rifle. A 720. Okay. What is this trait? Tunnel vision. Reloading after defeating a target greatly increases target acquisition and aim down sight speed for a short duration. Wow. That's actually insane. A bunch of new traits here. Hold on. Let's take a look. By the way, this is a sexy looking gun. Like I love the vibe. Again, that Mithrax look. Let's take a look here. Heating up. Another new trait. Final blows with this weapon increases accuracy and stability while improving vertical recoil. Again, another trait here. It does require kill activation. It's in the same column as tonal vision. Now, this new trait here, Adrenaline Junkie. Grenade final blows grant bonus damage and handling for a moderate duration. Ooh. Combine that with Ashen Wake. Somewhere. Stack it up together. Recoil's 45. It's kind of rough. But man, when was the last time we even got a 720? I'm happy to see this. You still got... Like for me, like don't get me wrong, I love these traits. I wish heating up and tunnel vision was in this final column, but I guess they want to keep it separated from damage dealing perks. But dude, you could actually do something. You could actually do something like heat. What's this max size? 51. You could do a mag perk and do heating up rampage together, or even tunnel vision rampage. And of course, the basic ones, kill clip, feeding frenzy is always a good combo. Dynamic sway, kill clip. Dynamic sway, tap the trigger. Dude, you can actually go, you can overcommit here for double the accuracy. You can go heating up and tap the trigger. Tap the trigger gets you the kill because of that increase in accuracy and stability. And then heating up takes over everything. It's kind of like, and I'm assuming it's going to be a souped up dynamic with a timer. There'll probably be a timer there in which you get the benefits of that increase in accuracy and stability. And then like the next gunfight, you can restack these two together. Because if it does have a time duration in which heating up or even tunnel vision is active, going into your next fight, both of these will be activated. That's insane. All right, ignition code. This was the grenade launcher we just got a second ago. Another sexy weapon. Oh, some new traits as well. Let's take a look at this one. Danger zone. The blast radius of this weapon increases when surrounded by combatants. Dude, that's interesting. I kind of wish it was
blinding.
I wish it was in this column so that you could stack it with surrounded. But you're right, Les. You can combine danger zone with blinding grenades.
Blinding. I mean,
yeah, if you just want ultimate blinding capabilities. Like imagine Vault of Glass when the fanatics and everything's just pouring out. Yep. And you just need something to just get like a super radius. It may, because here's the thing with blinding grenades. They're good, but it still kills your blast radius. This may completely counter the minus 200 blast radius you get from blinding grenades, or it could just cancel each other out and do nothing. So we'd have to just see. This grenade launcher, let's see, it's 90 round per minute, lightweight frame. You can get other perks though. You've got Frenzy, you've got One for All, you got Ambitious Assassin, which is actually really good on a grenade launcher.
Probably Ambitious Assassin with that, huh?
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, you can either do Ambitious Assassin, Side Shot with Danger Zone, Surplus with Danger Zone. I mean, all these are really good. Field Prep. For PvP, I think I would lean more toward like your normal, you know, Demolitionist, Quick Draw, Proxy Nade. And then for PvP, depending on what you want to do, like if you're looking to just blind people, Danger Zone with Ambitious Assassin blinding grenades. Depending on if blinding grenades and Danger Zone even work together, you can go Danger Zone Proxy or Danger Zone spike grenades, still get damage off with Ambitious Assassin. I don't want to overlook, I mean, there's just so many good rolls on this grenade launcher because you got One for All and you got Frenzy. I think I would ideally go for Frenzy, hitting 3 separate targets. That's so easy to do. You combine that with Proxy or something, or just anything here, buffing blast radius a little more, or at least not hurting it. I guess Proxy does hurt it. Yeah, Proxy does hurt it. But you know, One for All, tagging 3 separate opponents with a grenade launcher is not difficult. You could do One for All Ambitious Assassin, 35% buff, bam, bam, bam with spike grenades. This grenade launcher has so many good rolls, I don't even know. Like, I don't even know where
to begin.
I'm going to have 10 rolls of this grenade launcher. Oh my God, Fatebringer. And so it begins. Look at Fatebringer. Oh! All right. Yep, you see it right there, chat.
Go to the next one. The next weapon. After Fatebringer.
I don't want to. I want to go over Fatebringer Time Loss? What the hell is this?
That could be a curator role of doing the hard difficulty.
So this is for the hard, okay.
This is for the difficulty version is what we're thinking.
Wow.
It's not a death, but it's time loss. We have no idea what that means.
Okay, hold on. Let me look. So it's like an adept version of it. Well, the question is, will we be able to apply adept mods?
Look at that recoil direction, bro. 98, man. That's crazy.
Okay. Let's get back in here, chat. All right. Let's take a look at some of the rolls here. Again, Fatebringer is a 140 round per minute hand cannon. Range, all right. Everything else, 84 aim assist. Yeah, 98 recoil direction, which Palindrome has really high recoil direction. New perks, rewind rounds. When this weapon's magazine is empty, it refills from the reserves based on the number of hits. Holy hell. Based on the number of, not precision hits, it literally refills based on just the number of hits. Surely that can't self-proc kill clip, right? Like you get to the end of the magazine, it auto reloads. Surely that won't self-proc.
It might be like subsistence, where it's just like, it just doesn't proc it.
This doesn't proc it, yeah. But can you imagine rewind rounds with Frenzy? We've got Tunnel Vision again, which is that reloading after defeating a target greatly increases target acquisition, aim down sight speed for a short duration. The role here that I think is going to stand out for a lot of OG players, of course, explosive payload and Firefly. You got that adrenaline junkie, grenade final blows grant bonus damage and handling for a moderate duration. So this is interesting. This is a kinetic weapon. It comes with osmosis and adrenaline junkie. Fatebringer, you can actually do an osmosis adrenaline junkie combo with this hand cannon, right? You throw your grenade out, you get the elemental, change there to elemental, whatever element you got. And then, of course, you've got, if you get a final blow with it, you got adrenaline junkie. Depending on what the damage buff is, dude, you're off. Dude, there's just so many crazy combinations.
Osmosis and Firefly with stasis. Does it slow people when you tag them with the explosion? Does it freeze them? Like, we don't know.
Firefly and osmosis?
Together, yeah. Osmosis, you put stasis, right? Use your grenade ability. You get a kill with precision kill. Firefly,
it's just gonna be the elemental effect. You know what I mean?
So you don't think it'll actually like slow or freeze anything?
No, I don't think so. So osmosis just offers, osmosis, I'm pretty sure drops your damage because you are the only place that osmosis is really good is in burn activities. So the route I would go, so for PvP, killing wind, kill clip really good, tunnel vision and kill clip really good. And you can even, like, if you want to double up here and go Eye of the Storm, tunnel vision. Again, I'm like really banking that tunnel vision is going to be a good part. And then if you want to even go, like, if you really want to fuck with people, go explosive payload, kill clip, explosive payload, Eye of the Storm. Now for PvE, you know, I'm liking Firefly and rewind rounds. You know, it says refills from reserves on the number of hits. Will the AoE explosion of Firefly count as multiple hits? I don't think so. Like, because that sounds busted. But if it does, you'll never run out. You'll just keep shooting forever. And then, of course, the other, like, quirky ones. Osmosis, Adrenaline Junkie, you know, Thresh is still a good perk. And then, of course, you got Frenzy. I know we're, like, overlooking Frenzy here. I know it got a nerf, but it's still a good trade. And again, as far as, like, the Adept version of Fatebringer, like, looking at it, perk-wise, everything's the same. I'm under the assumption there has to be Adept mods. Like, Adept mods have to be able to be applied here.
Or raid mods.
Or raid mods. New raid mods. There may be new raid mods. I'm gonna continue. So this is the, what is this? The Crucible Survivors Epitaph. It's a 180. God, dog, really? It looks just like Duke to me. It's a 180, which I know none of you guys are not, y'all aren't exactly thrilled. Jesus Christ, the amount of rolls. Hold on. All right, so this is our normal. This is essentially what we have with Bottom Dollar and our other last core playlist weapons. Bungie just gives us so many rolls that the chance of you getting a god roll, good luck. Have fun. We do have tunnel vision though. We've got heating up, firmly planted. See, killing wind. Look, here's the thing. 180s are just not good inside of PvP. I mean, you can make them work. But obviously, I would choose a 140. And even after this nerf, I mean, we're going to be testing 120s here soon. But even after this, I think I'm still going to go with, you know, 140s and 120s over any 180. I would assume, even though this is a Crucible-related weapon, to load this one out for PvE. And it's got a 12 mag size. Dude, get a mag perk. Go one for all. Slap it with surplus, outlaw, feeding frenzy, or subsistence, and subsistence just got a buff. Actually, subsistence may be the way to go. That to me would be a great PvE role. And you still got frenzy. You do got adrenaline junkie, multi-kill clip, feeding frenzy together. You can even do something stupid like ambitious assassin, one for all together, you know, for PvP. But I'm under the assumption, because Bungie's almost following the same calendar approach with their sandbox as they did back when D2 launched. Think about 450s are starting to become meta again. I think 180s are going to get a buff in the future. I think it's going to happen. Before, they never really got a buff. They had Magnificent How. That's what gave them a buff. But what is the potential that 180s will be able to 3-tap in a future sandbox? If that day ever comes. Survivor here may be something like, you know, I wouldn't do quick draw anymore. Surplus is really good. Firmly planted. I've personally used firmly planted on a 180. It's not necessary, but it is really nice. I mean, it just auto aims for you. Go slide shot, killing wind. Rapid hit's not bad. Kill clip. Honestly, kill clip probably be the best way to go here. If you could 3-tap by default in a future sandbox, maybe moving targets. I don't know. So many roles, so many different things you do. Go into this. I know it's a Crucible weapon, but this to me is going to be, all right, what can I do with this kinetic weapon to make it more of a PvE weapon and then future proof yourself? And again, a lot of it comes down to tunnel vision and heating up too. Like, how good are these perks? They sound good on paper. I mean, this sounds nasty, both of these. Yeah, I know. I don't want to get too sidetracked. By the way, the Hung Jury Adept version, do you notice that it does look very similar to the Raid Adept version of Fatebringer? Like, that kind of has a similar shader. No, actually, it looks identical. Okay, chat. I'm going to go ahead and just say right off the bat that this is an Adept version of Fatebringer, and I think it may be possible Bungie's going to allow us to use Adept mods on these Adept version of these raid weapons. Let's take a look at Hung Jury. Dude, a sexy all-around board. It's got the OG color scheme, and then it's got the new color scheme here with the Adept. And again, this is a 180. I figured it was going to be a 180, and it's present in the kinetic slot. Precision frame. Whatever 180 buff is coming to hand cannons, I think it's also going to touch scout rifles. But I'm looking at Subsistence Firefly. Again, Subsistence or Bottomless Grief. Look at Bottomless Grief is also in here. For the Adept version, Bottomless Grief should be an opt-in perk in that first column. So for the Adept version, you'll have Bottomless Grief available. But you got Explosive Payload. For PvP, I like Moving Target Explosive Payload. That looks really good right there. You can either do that, and if you can live without Moving Target, maybe Explosive Payload Surplus. But for PvE, I'm thinking Bottomless Grief, Surplus, Firefly, One for All, Subsistence with any of those. Got Box Breathing, but I wouldn't go with that. Adrenaline Junkie. The wild card in here is like Heating Up and Adrenaline Junkie. We don't know. We don't know how good those perks actually are. So it could be good. Rapid Hit, Explosive Payload. You could. And I would 100% on like a 200. I would say, yeah, Rapid Hit all day long. But the thing is, this is a precision frame. This is like the most manageable of scout rifles, in my opinion. So Rapid Hit is in that stability bump. To me, it's not that necessary. I mean, you're sitting on 60 stability. You can live without Rapid Hits. So you may want to overcompensate for like with Moving Target or something. Or this Heating Up perk, if it really is a good enough perk. Maybe go with Heating Up. Let's keep going. What is this? RIISWALKER? A kinetic shotgun? Oh, yeah. We've seen this one. Okay, so this is a lightweight frame shotty. Wow, okay. I'm assuming it is the Iron Matter shotgun. Look at this. Chat, this is what we said a long time ago. We assumed that there would be an Iron Matter shotgun presented to us with Iron Reach. And this is when this perk, even though it kills your stability, this is when it would become useful. Because obviously you don't want to use Iron Reach on other weapons, especially like primaries, because it just absolutely murders that stability stat. But on a one-hit kill weapon like a shotgun, it doesn't even matter all day long. Quick draw, quick draw, Iron Reach. Quick draw, by the way, got a nerf. It still works on immediate draw time. I think it's still going to be good on a shotgun. To me, the quick draw nerf is going to affect primary weapons more than it affects secondary and special weapons. So I think quick draw is still going to be good here alongside Iron Reach. If you can't live without it, Surplus and Iron Reach. Firmly Planet, Iron Reach, you could go with that. And again, if you don't want to live with Iron Reach, although I would definitely choose that here, as it just greatly buffs that range. I mean, you get accurized rounds and Iron Reach together. If you absolutely don't want that, then I guess Killing Wind. I'm under the assumption Iron Reach is going to be the better perk here. Killing Wind would be nice for that mobility buff. This is a kinetic sidearm, a 360, all right. Lightweight frame. I have liked lightweights in the past, being a 360. The only issue is with lightweights, with it being such a rapid fire sidearm, I almost had to use full auto to really enjoy them. But dude, looking at the rolls here, this looks like a PvE sidearm. You got multi-kill clip, Subsistence, Vorpal. Unrelated got a buff, by the way, guys, for PvE. So me looking at this, you may even want to consider Adrenaline Junkie, Unrelenting in combination with, or Frenzy. Like Frenzy's still a great perk in combination with Subsistence. I think all three, or multi-kill, all these perks right here would be fantastic. I don't want to overlook Unrelenting. Again, I don't know how substantial the buff is. I think it could be good here, though, at least for keeping you alive. Like take Grandmasters, for instance, right? For PvP, guys, I would still go multi-kill clip. It's probably the only damage dealing perk here. And again, Adrenaline Junkie is, man, you got to get a grenade kill in PvP. And unless you're combining with things like Ashen Wake, something to really make your grenade have a lot of power behind it. But I would actually look into either Heating Up, Tunnel Vision with multi-kill clip for PvP. But this looks like a pretty decent like survival sidearm for PvE. All right, let's go. PRAEDYTH'S Revenge. Oh my lord. Chat, we used to double body shot people in the toe with this sniper rifle so much. It was rapid. It was fast. It's still rapid. Can't do that no more though, right? 3 body shots. Can't do that no more. But used to. We used to do it all the time. All right. This thing has rewind rounds. When the weapon's magazine is empty, it refills reserves based on the number of hits. Dude, surely this perk doesn't work in PvP.
You need to have reserve ammo, so.
You got it. Okay. So it refills from reserves. Okay. It's got a 5-round magazine, and this is present in the kinetic slot. I could see this going so many different ways. All right. Well, I'm looking at rewind high impact reserves. You still get the damage bonus going down. That or just rewind, get the 15% buff from Frenzy. And depending on how much Adrenaline Junkie actually buffs and the time duration, say before a damage phase, you throw a grenade at something, you kill it. You got Adrenaline Junkie, rewind rounds, and then you just proceed to unload on something. For PvP though, it's been a minute since I used a 140 for PvP. But, we completely overlooked it. High impact reserves should allow this weapon to 2-tap inside of PvP. You got a 5-round magazine, spawn with two rounds in your mag. You should be able to double body shot. So, you know, you want to get stupid about it. You can do high impact reserves, no distractions. Just sit there in a lane, wait for somebody to step out in front of you and pow pow. I'm seeing cheese here, guys. You know, you can always go high impact moving target. You know, it's got the combo that people have liked in the past is quick draw opening shot. But look, I'm looking at high impact reserves more than anything for PvP on this weapon. And of course, for PvE, you still got Firefly. Interesting how Firefly and Osmosis is going to work. I have no idea. We're going to have to just test that. All right. Double body shot, rapid fire, sniper rifle. I like it. Oh, and yep, there's going to be an adept version of this. Look at this. Same color scheme. Look at that. Got that purple. Yeah, we have to have. Oh, my Lord. They brought the number back. Amongst 450 auto rifles back inside of D2 Vanilla. Uriel's gift was definitely the most popular, right? I would say right under it though was number.
I thought number was better.
A lot of people like number. A lot of people like number a lot. This is a 450. By the way, chat, 450's got a buff. They do have a 0.8 time to kill value, and we're going to be going over it more today. I'm going to look at this right now from a PvP perspective real quick before we get into PvE. And I'm looking at, oh, okay, we got a couple things. First up, surplus multi-kill clip, surplus high impact reserves. I don't know. High impact reserve is kind of a difficult one for PvP unless you're intentionally priming down. Dude, I think what's shouting to me right now is surplus multi-kill clip. If you want to get stupid and you just don't want to miss any shots and you want an increase in damage, under pressure and high impact reserves. You could just go ahead and I mean, if you're going to be priming down to the bottom half of your magazine, you know, you might as well get double the benefit there. You get increased stability and accuracy and an increase there in damage. It's similar to like fusion rifles in a way, but surplus multi-kill clip is probably where I'm going to be leaning toward the most. But look, this auto rifle looks to be more of a PvE weapon. Deals arc damage. We've been needing something to replace arc logic. You do one for all surplus, unrelenting, depending on how nice of a buff it is. You can go that way. And of course, you can do surplus multi-kill clip for PvE. I like one for all surplus though myself. I've got that same roll and shadow price. I don't like it. Null composure. Oh, this was that sexy fusion rifle. Alrighty then. Gunsmith. So this is the gunsmith weapon, right? It's a 540 charge time. Now, I know some of you are right now like, the hell with this weapon. I don't like fast charge time fusions. Listen to me. These are the weapons. And look at that range. I know that looks bad to you. Say 36 range. You're like, oh, that's going to be shite. No, 2 meter buff. 2 meter buff happening today. Should be killing somewhere around the 16 meter mark. We've got reservoir. I don't even know why I've been talking until now. I didn't even realize it had reservoir bursts. When the battery is full, your next burst deals additional damage and causes enemies to explode. Okay. And didn't reservoir burst get a buff? Reservoir burst now increases magazine size in addition to its other effects. Reduce full battery bonus damage from 33% to now 25%. Okay, so they actually ended up nerfing the damage and boosting the magazine size. Reservoir burst was such a fantastic perk. I would still go reservoir burst, feeding frenzy, just so you just constantly reloading. For PvP though, I am very interested in heating up and high impact reserves. High impact reserves is going to almost raise it up in archetype. It's going to be doing more damage. It's got great perks. I wish it didn't have fluted barrel actually. I wish it had something else. But with the 2 meter buff today on low range fusions, that is, maybe that's going to benefit it even more. Projection fuse in combination with heating up high impact. Dude, this fusion rifle could go both ways here. Yeah, it is sad there's no auto loading, but I think feeding frenzy, reservoir burst, you're still gonna make that work. But for PvP, I think heating up high impact reserves, it could be meta. All right, let us continue. Plug 1, you guys were right. I called it light beware, and it's actually plug 1. And look at this, there's an adept version to it. All right, let's continue. 740 charge time. All right, so we're looking at main ingredient, precision frame, 75 recoil direction. All righty. Oh, it's got kickstart on it and a new trait. Hold on. Cornered. Faster charge time or draw time when surrounded by combatants. Does it seem more PvE? I'm thinking more PvE. The problem is it's in the same column as reservoir burst. Why would you ever go cornered over reservoir burst? But there was times I've been backed in the corner and vaulted glass. So yeah, I guess corner could be good. In PvP, I just don't know how often it will proc. But why use that over kickstart? Like kickstart, you have a little more control over that and you get bonus damage. Kickstart's pretty nuts. You can do kickstart heating up, but I wouldn't even go that route. I would just say, you know what? Give me under pressure. Give me the buff there's stability and accuracy on the front end, on the low end of my magazine size. Give me kickstart to increase that damage. Dude, you're gonna have a fusion rifle here doing high impact damage with rapid fire charge time and the best stability and accuracy you could possibly get with it being in precision frame. This is gonna be a nuts fusion. Like I know it's a Vanguard weapon, but this is going to be a crazy fusion rifle for PvP. And then of course you got things like bottomless grief, increased magazine size, while you're the last living member of your fire team, each final blow refills your mag. Can you imagine bottomless grief? Your fire team goes down. Fuck them. You don't need them. Bottomless grief, reservoir burst, just consistently ignite explosions, and it does arc damage. This to me, this seems like loaded question, like a loaded question replacement more than anything. For PvP, under pressure kickstart, nuts. Bottomless grief, reservoir burst. If your fire team likes to do shit like stay alive, feeding frenzy, reservoir burst. I feel like reservoir burst is just the way to go. Depending on the buff that adrenaline junkie does and the situational cornered, you know, let us continue. This is the grenade launcher in the energy slot, lightweight frame, the solar damage. Okay, what is the artifact mods for grenade launchers? Anything?
Say it again. Sorry.
What is the grenade launcher mods for grenade launchers? Okay, unstoppable. Everyone's saying unstoppable. Okay.
Yeah, this mod it's called Breach and Clear. When using a grenade launcher, damaging a boss, damaging a champion, or breaking combatant shield, reloads your stowed weapon and causes the combatant to take increased damage for a short duration. Pretty much disruption break on a grenade launcher. It's
disruption break, and I'm under the assumption that Bungie will get crazy with us and allow it to double stack with disruption break. So it's double whammy there.
Unstoppable, isn't it? So you'll be able to do more damage to unstoppables if you stun them with a grenade launcher.
Yeah. This one's got danger zone. The blast radius of this weapon increases when surrounded. This was that other one. Depending on how it actually combines with blinding grenades, you could be able to blind, like, can you imagine blinding like a 10 to 15 meter radius? That's essentially what you can do. Blinding grenades, danger zone, auto loading holster, literally blind everything, swap off to your SMG or whatever other weapon, clean them up with your primary, and then swap back and proceed to continue blinding. You do have Ambitious Assassin, One for All. Actually, this has a lot of similarities with the other grenade launchers. So yeah, you can One for All, Ambitious Assassin, Surplus. I think auto loading still my favorite perk though. Like, I love auto loading holster on a grenade launcher. I love shooting a GL and then just walking away. If you're looking to really fuck up unstoppables though, because the mod that Les just read out was a mod for grenade launchers in which stunning champs, or stunning, I guess, an unstoppable champion increases your damage. So you could double stack this with Vorpal. All right, let's take a look. This is the Iron Bender hand cannon. It's 140 round per minute hand cannon. Let's look. Les says this is garbage. He has no faith in this 140, so I obviously want to go against what Les is saying. I like the mag size. Look at that. We gotta point out some of its benefits. It's got heating up. Final blows of this weapon increases accuracy and stability. Dude, you can do heating up in combination with Eye of the Storm. Double the accuracy, one helping you mid gunfight, the other one helping you afterwards. Dude, have you ever used Firmly Planted on a hand cannon list? It's actually good. It's actually really good. Just letting you know. You got Elemental Capacitor, which you got to buff as well, guys. Which I wouldn't do Elemental Capacitor Firmly Planted if you're going to be rocking Stasis. That kind of goes against what it's trying to do there. You know what I'm coming from? So in terms of like the perks I would go for, I know Iron Reach and Iron Grip, it's not as crippling as it was, but it still messes with you. But you can do Iron Grip for that plus 20 in stability with Firmly Planted. I still like the idea of Eye of the Storm heating up, and depending on if there's ways to work around your reload speed, like a Ophidian, a reload mod, you may be able to do Iron Grip heating up together. I don't know. There's just like a lot of combinations here that all look pretty good. They all look pretty juicy. Let's keep going. GRIDSKIPPER. Legendary Energy Pulse Rifle. Oh, in the 540 round per minute archetype, we have a rapid fire pulse rifle. All right. Barrel perks. Nothing here affecting the zoom, which is kind of a bummer. It does come with some of the new perks, though. You got heating up. Dude, Firmly Planted? Firmly Planted on a rapid fire pulse? Well, hell yes. Let's do Firmly Planted. I guess Firmly Planted, Snapshot and Firmly Planted would be pretty good. You got multi-clip moving targets. I don't know. The big question marks for me right now is of course tunnel vision, heating up. You know, are these traits good enough? You know, both of them require kill activation to get them going. For PvE though, Adrenaline Junkie, Frenzy. Yeah, man, there's just so many question marks. It all comes down to the traits. Like, all comes down. Like, I'm over here talking about Firmly Planted and shit, and it's like, what if tunnel vision and heating up? Like, these may be the most meta traits in the game, and then we use them. We're like, oh my god, we can't. All these other traits are garbage. These are the best traits. All right, let's continue. Oh my lord, they brought this one back too. I guess it makes sense since they brought back number. Is it PLEIADES? CORRECTOR?
PLEIADES. Pleiades or something.
Pleiades. This one does solar damage, 200 rounds per minute. I'm curious about how elemental capacitor is going to work on this weapon with stasis. You got the double strafe abilities, or you got the increased strafe abilities from lightweight frame, and then you got the increased strafe abilities with stasis, which also controls recoil. Recoil direction being 52, so depending on how much that bumps that up, could make it more vertical. But then you also got, you know, mad strafe going on. You got the stasis, increased movement speed, and lightweight frame. Dude, you could just be a strafing maniac. Combine that with surplus for the increase in air and stability. Could be, man.
Right there, Croc. Recoil plus 20.
Oh, so plus 20 on the recoil. Okay. And I mean, you can counter that. If it puts it at 72, and then you combine it with arrowhead break, that'll max it out at 100. You got a perfectly vertical weapon, and you put surplus elemental capacitor. That's your god roll. Arrowhead break, surplus, elemental capacitor. Throw some high caliber rounds on there if you want. Don't necessarily need ricochet rounds because surplus is saving you. You got a flinching. Yeah, it should be good. For PvE, you got 4 times the charm, multi-kill clip, fill prep, surplus multi-kill clip. Do you got demolitionist? I use this one, I think, more in PvP than I did in PvE. Vision! Oh my lord. Vision of Confluence is back. All right, another 180, guys. You know, I like, look at this, rewind rounds and full auto, dude. If you just want to like lay back and not even think, just let your
anti-barrier scout, my bad, sorry.
You got anti.
Wait, seriously?
All right, well, all right, if we got an anti-barrier scout rifle, disruption break all the way, guys. Disruption break.
Anti-barrier scout, anti-barrier auto, unstoppable sidearm, overload SMG, overload hand cannon.
Disruption break surplus, disruption break rewind rounds for the artifact mods this season. Absolutely. You know, depending on the other artifact mods, Wellspring might actually be a play for the increase there in ability energy. For PvP though, I know this is a raid weapon, but I used to use the hell out of the scout rifle in PvP.
It felt good.
And I don't want to overlook Firefly because Firefly is still a great perk for PvE. But for PvP, you know, Zim moments, I mean, really what this curated role is, if there is going to be a curated role, it's so good. Small bore ricochet rounds, Zen and Firefly. I don't know. I'm kind of leaning more toward either Zen or surplus with full auto or kill clip. You can always do surplus kill clip still. And again, tunnel vision's the big one. Like, I mean, how much of a buff is this going to be to his increase in target acquisition? And of course, it's time duration there. Found verdict. Dude, okay, so like before Fellwinter, before Matador, before all of those, this was the meta shotgun. This was the shot. This was the weapon, and I was guilty of it too. I would just run around the map and never take it off. I was like, just charging people and just being an absolute meta player. But it's it is an aggressive frame. Okay, alrighty then. And it's got a ton of different things. All right, we've got rewind rounds. When this weapon's magazine is empty, it refills reserves based on the number of hits. All right. You combine that with Vorpal or even Frenzy there. But probably I'd say probably Vorp. And just chew through a bunch of things. You've got full auto, which does increase the actual rate of fire of the weapon. And then 1-2 punch. I love 1-2 punch, especially with Liar's Handshake and stuff, and you can always combine those two. And depending on how big of a buff Unrelenting got, you know, chewing through a bunch of ads, especially if you're like up close to them, maybe Unrelenting and Frenzy together. And then for PvP, I mean, it's probably going to be opening shot all day long, like opening shot, slide shot, maybe opening shot surplus, get Akaras rounds, full choke rifle. Yeah, this will be and this is present in the energy slot, does arc damage. Okay, will it be the Fellwinter replacement? I don't know.
Possibly, because like, I mean, you can't beat shot package, but you can at least do it with assault mag and small bore instead of full choke.
Yeah, but I'm talking like in its one hit kill range. We'd have to see with a fully loaded out shotty.
Yeah,
with its range, like where it's at with opening shot. And then of course you can do.
It would be better. Maybe it would be better because it would have better registration, but full choke shot package is still gonna make the spread more consistent.
The D1 in me wants to believe Found Verdict will beat out Fellwinter. So we'll see. All around, it's a very, very nice shotgun. Like for both PvE and for PvP. I'm excited about it for PvP, even though a lot of people don't want more shotguns inside of PvP. But it'll be something different. At least when you get killed, you don't just see Fellwinter on your screen. You'll be like, oh, another shotgun. And it's a little prettier. Okay.
Exactly.
Sojourner's Tale, energy shotgun. This is a precision frame shotgun. Precision single slug round. Opening shot, moving target, or quick draw. Tunnel vision, opening shot. What y'all think? You got something, you get a kill. You got an increase in target acquisition. Opening shot helps you on that. Kind of like tap the trigger a second ago. You got opening shot with that improve in accuracy and range on the opening shot of the attack. And then boom, you've got the increase now in target acquisition afterward. You could chew through entire teams with this perk combination for PvP. Yeah, I'm liking this. I'm actually really liking this. And I would still choose opening shot over killing win. I think that first kill is the hardest. And then afterwards, tunnel vision can take over. And then you're good. Play Spectral. Get wall hacks. Increase target acquisition. PvE, I like Frenzy. You do Frenzy auto-loading. You also got rapid hits. And surrounded. You got surrounded on this weapon too. Dragonfly. What's this thing? Do solar damage. Dragonfly. You make Warmont cells. Although probably not consistently. There's a number of different routes to go for PvE. I'm more excited for it inside of PvP. I don't think like the Slug Anarchy combo. That's still a good combo, right? That's still like a very solid combo to go for. But I'm trying to remember all the roles you can get on first in, last out. I don't know if this would replace my first in, last out. I mean, maybe surrounded. You leave some ads up. Do surrounded auto-loading holster. You do surrounded spec. You leave a bunch of ads up. But you just got to make sure you don't get snuck. Sojourner's Tale, yeah. All right.
Only problem with that is that first in, last out can do the same exact role.
You can do surrounded.
Yeah, I can do auto-loading surrounded.
I think I always just use Vorpal because that's too situational.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
All right. For me, I'm looking at this more as a PvP weapon, guys. Tunnel vision, opening shot. That looks juicy. All right, let us continue. The DEICIDE. All right, rapid fire frame. Another shotgun. If you're sick of shotguns, hopefully this is the last one. Rapid fire. Man, I just don't like them in PvP. I know we got Wishbringer. I just don't. I know they can double shots, but normally what happens to me is I'll get the first shot off, and as I'm getting ready to get the second shot off, Fellwinter just fucks me up. So I'm going to lean toward this shotgun, and it is a void shotgun. So you can actually combine this with, like on the Warlock class, Nessin. Oh, and it's got Demolitionist. Oh, this seems like a fantastic utility shotgun, actually. Yeah, you can do like Demolitionist, Slide Shot, combining with Nessin. You even got 1-2 punch. I don't know if I would use this over the other 1-2 punch shotgun we just looked at because you're going to get less damage. And of course, you got Vorpal. Hipfire Grip just got a buff. I don't think it's going to be enough to make me want to use this shotgun, though, for PvP. And I definitely don't really care to use it for PvE. But there's a lot of good things here. You know, Vorpal being one for all. You know, you still go for one for all just for its perk activation. But I like Demolitionist and Surplus. And then, of course, you do have Grave Robber 1-2 punch, which is an interesting combo. If you're just looking to never reload ever, but always looking to clean up kills with your melee. All right, the Vision. This is a burst. This is an Amalon adaptive frames of one of those burst sidearms. Dude, I don't know if I ever, like, I know some people that use the Vision, but to me, it was always, what was it, Last Exit? And, man, what was the other one? What was the blue one? The blue
Last Dance? Oh, no, man.
Last Hope.
Last Hope. Last Hope. Those were the popular ones. I know Vision was kind of like out there in the background. Did you say there was some sidearm artifact mods this season?
Yeah, I think it was Unstoppable.
Okay, so just Unstoppable. Okay. For PvP though, guys, I like full auto because it's such a fast firing sidearm. But if you can live without it, Surplus Kill Clip is really good. Killing Wind with Kill Clip or Killing Wind Swashbuckler, you just want to chew through a bunch of teams, especially if you're rocking like a melee based build. For PvE, one for all Surplus. You got Swashbuckler, Grave Robber together. Disruption Break, if you just want to kind of throw a Disruption Break sidearm in your vault and hoard it for when the time comes and you've got an anti or a barrier champion killing machine there. And then of course you've got Elemental Capacitor. Dude, Elemental Capacitor, that's the wild card for me right now. I just don't know if it's going to be worth using. I mean, the strafe speed could be mad enough. And you do need you need to be able to dip a little bit when you're using a sidearm because you got fucking shotgun shots all being shot around you. So maybe you may need Elemental Capacitor. You know, a little bit of more little more dip there. So yeah, that may be necessary. But I do like full auto. I like surplus 2 on that killing win. Occluded Finality. Energy sniper rifle. Okay, does arc damage. An aggressive frame sniper rifle. You know what we like on aggressives? Oh, no high impact reserves. Okay, so no double bot or single body shotting. Oh, Bungie's learned, man. They've learned. All right, if that's the case, let's just go for consistency. Let's just actually get opening. Let's just get headshots, dude. You got snapshot. You got opening. Snapshot. When was the last? Can Eye of the Storm be good on a sniper rifle? You know, you're in that. Actually, could no distraction Eye of the Storm be the play? Somebody's shooting you with their gun. You've got flinch coming at you, but no distraction is combating the flinch. You got Eye of the Storm, which activates, which is essentially perfect aim, and then all of a sudden, bam, gives you the headshot. That could be the Laning Larry combo, right there. Eye of the Storm, no distractions. Mulligan, dude. Here's my thing with Mulligan. If I miss both my shots with my sniper rifle, I'm dead anyway. I'm already dead. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't even matter. 58 zoom. I know it's not exactly the zoom stat people want, but that's just the reality now with sniper rifles. But snapshot opening probably going to be a good play. Snapshot, Eye of the Storm, perhaps. I don't know how much Iron Reach is actually going to play a role with this sniper rifle. Maybe. I don't know. No distractions. Eye of the Storm for a quirky roll. Under pressures on this weapon. Improved stability and accuracy. Main thing, accuracy. And you're already going to be starting with, it's a 3-round magazine size. All right, so you need to rock a mag perk in order to proc under pressure. You do under pressure opening shot. That could be it. And again, I don't know what you guys want ideally on a sniper rifle. I like sniper rifles to do all the work for me. I kind of just aim in the general direction and then just like, boom, crit shot. And I'm like, wow, okay, that's amazing. I didn't have to do anything for that. So I'm thinking under pressure and opening shot could be that role. Will it be slow? Yes. It'll be slow as hell. UZUME! I think Les was right. It wasn't the Iron Rain. Okay. UZUME. Legendary energy. Solar damage. An adaptive frame sniper rifle. All right. Let's continue. Les, your mic picks up literally everything. That or you were the loudest person when you come into the room, man. All right. This adaptive legendary energy sniper rifle. What do we have here? Is this gonna be good? Snapshot. I don't know. I see snapshot for at least making it more fluid. High impact reserves really isn't gonna make a big difference on an adaptive sniper rifle. Not that I know of. I'm looking at this. I'm seeing more PvE. You want explosive payload on your sniper rifle? Go right ahead, I guess. Adrenaline junkie. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking maybe bottomless grief, high impact reserves. Bottomless grief throws that mag size up. High impact reserves. Maybe you can. See, that's the thing. The question we had about bottomless grief. Does bottomless grief surpass the magazine cap? If it doesn't surpass it, well then it's kind of pointless. Then you might want to still go like triple tap high impact reserves here. But if it does surpass it, bottomless grief, high impact, or Vorpal. Got Vorpal here. For PvP though, I don't know. What's the zoom at? Zoom is 50. That's not terrible. Snapshot, and I guess whatever you want else in this column, this final column. Dragonfly. Do y'all remember anything about the sniper rifle? I don't even remember.
I remember getting it from the gunsmith.
Was it stand out? Was it really good? Was it anything like, were you like, was it LDR?
No.
Okay. No. It's a PvE sniper rifle. Moving on to Borrowed Time. A legendary energy submachine gun. The solar damage. 750 rounds per minute. Aggressive frame. Escape velocity 2.0. Okay. What is this? The Gambit? Is this the Gambit SMG? Yeah. Oh my lord. Dude, this is why it is a nightmare getting god rolls for these weapons. Look at all of these perks. All right, 750. Again, back to the same conversation we had earlier. Heating up, tunnel vision. Is it the play? We don't know. We don't know until we play with it. But for just from me looking at this, I love tap the trigger on my SMGs. And if you want to go tap the trigger dynamic, hell yes. You want to buff stability though on the front end, surplus tap the trigger. Although I would still take dynamic with tap the trigger. But look at this rangefinder on this weapon. It's only got a 15 zoom. But you can counter that with rangefinder. You want to do rangefinder, tap the trigger, go? Yeah. Yeah. For PvE, I think this is where this one's going to shine. And I don't see any explosive perks here. So I was hoping to see some like Warmon Cell capability. But you got Adrenaline Junkie, you got Frenzy, Demolitionist, One for All. One for All is really good. There's just a variety of things here. All right. Oh my lord, dude, this is beautiful. So they took one of the old, what was that old Crucible weapon? Imminent? They took one of the old Crucible weapons and just trials it, pimped it out with trials. Dude, precision frame, 600 round per minute, 17 zoom, no zoom perks. Damn it. But man, it's got some sexy looking. Hold on, we got tap the trigger, heating up, dynamic sway, tap the trigger. Essentially what we just went over a second ago, but you already got base stats that are even better. You got tunnel vision, tap the trigger. I don't think I would go quick draw anymore. Quick draw used to be such a great perk on even primary weapons. Dude, kill clip. I actually like this. Tunnel vision and kill clip together. You got one that's boosting your target acquisition upon reloading after downing a target. So not only are you're gonna down the target and have an increase in target acquisition, but now you're gonna get a damage buff from kill clip. Holy hell. Yeah, I think that's the combo. I think that's it right there. Normally I'm looking at consistency the most, but I'm liking this the most. This right here, kill clip tunnel vision. I think that's the way to go. Overall, man, this is a sexy weapon. Oh, did I even say the name of this weapon? SHAYURA'S? SHAYURA'S Wrath? Stochastic? Are you kidding me? They brought it back. Dude, a 900... They didn't put face mag on it, unfortunately. 900 rounds per minute. Lightweight frame. Chat, this was like back in the day. Everyone used anti-ope. Everyone used other weapons. Stochastic was my favorite. And it was primarily because you had a perk on it called face mag, which brought it from a 900 round per minute SMG down to a 600. And it could compete. It was good. But it was also static roll. Oh! It does have face mag! Well, this changes everything. Chat, forget any other perk on this gun. Just get face mag. That's all you need. Put that thing on it and you're golden, man. But in other perks, I do like surplus here. You may even want to like overcompensate. Surplus elemental capacitor. We went over this. Oh my god. My wife just gifted subs. Miss Astrocross with the 5 gifted subs. Thank you so much. Surplus with elemental capacitor. Killing Wind. It's also probably going to be a good one. Zen Moment. You even like double up here. Face mag, Zen Moment. Look, face mag was really good. I'm really talking it up right now. And I'm hoping face mag is still going to be good. I love this perk. Even in something like PvE, that's the questionable one. Like, how big of a difference is that going to make with perks like, you know, Dragonfly, that's arc damage, Dragonfly, Surplus, or even Ambitious Assassin, Feeding Frenzy, Memory, Interdict. Interdict. All right. This is a grenade launcher. Does void damage. 120 rounds per minute. That's all you need to see right there. Chain reaction. Actually, hold on. Danger zone. The blast radius of this weapon increased when surrounded by combatants. Now, for heavy weapons, blast radius was normal, like increased blast radius, at least for damage phases, wasn't good. You actually wanted to suck that blast radius down. Man, whoa. Dude, if you could have got chain reaction danger zone on the same roll, but you got impulse amplifier, massively increases projectile velocity, increases reload speed. So I'm thinking spike grenades, impulse amplifier, chain reaction. You want to stay alive? Unrelenting. What was the grenade launcher perks for this season? Unstoppable stuns. Yeah, it does void.
Okay, so there's an artifact mod that void splash damage allows you to generate more mind cells.
All right, there it is, chat. Void splash damage, chain reaction, Warmon cells. Okay, that's huge. That's huge. Chain reaction, all day long, Warmon cells. Well, that changes the game. Dude, this is about to be Warmon heaven. Archon's Thunder. Legendary power machine gun. Oh, that looks good. Man, I love this. I like the Iron Better style here. What is this? 360 rounds per minute. High impacts. The last time I remember high impacts being like super good in PvP was like Yoder's, right? They could 3-tap them, right? Was it 3-tap? that they can do? Yeah, it's pretty much swarm. But you can roll it at things for PvE. Hold on, let's just look for PvE. You can do surplus, field prep with rampage. You can do thresh if you wanted to. Got mulligan on it, but I mean, how often you can, I guess, miss rangefinder. All right. You got iron grip and iron gaze, and I would say iron grip for PvP. Do like iron grip killing win or iron grip surplus. That way you got a stability bump, and you only get 1 mag anyways whenever you pick up heavy. So yeah, you'd probably be good. Dude, machine guns just, I don't know. It looks great, but high impacts. What's the raid machine gun? Commemoration? That's an adaptive, right? To me, that's the best PvP machine gun. Maybe this will hang. Maybe this will change. I don't know. Corrective measure. Now this is going to be the one. This is going to be the meta machine gun, probably for everything, but especially for PvP. And that right there already, I'm seeing this. I'm seeing tap the trigger, surplus, dynamic, any of these combinations, but with tap and it's adaptive. This is your new meta machine gun. This is it right here. But that's for PvP. For PvE, rewind. Holy shit. You could do rewind and one for all. Oh my God. This is 21% delirium. This is nuts. The question is rewind or subsistence though. Because the subsistence doesn't hurt your max or your reserves anymore. So you do subsistence one for all. And yeah, what you just said right there, subsistence and high impact reserves. You could just sit there and stay on the bottom half of your magazine, do a mag perk, and just hover on that bottom in the magazine. Although I do like one for all. The one for all is really nice, even on a machine gun. And of course you got Firefly. I don't know, maybe. Questionable perk, Adrenaline Junkie. We just don't know how much of a buff there and damage we're going to get from Adrenaline Junkie. I do like the idea of Adrenaline Junkie though with Sun Warrior. You got 2 perks, both of them buffing you, both buffing your damage. Combine them together, you might as well. Plus, Sun Warrior is just such a good perk to handle ads. All right, corrective measure looks good. And by the way, there's going to be an adept version of it as well. Look at that. That's the adept version. That looks good. Demo. Oh my God. Hold on. Demolitionist plus, dude, the synergy. You guys are nuts. Y'all right. Demolitionist, Adrenaline Junkie together. Combine it with Sun Warrior, Ashen Wake. The build's coming together. Warmind cells. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. All right. Shatter Cypher, another machine gun. Does void damage. Okay, so this has got some of the new traits there. Look at it, man. That looks hot. 900 rounds per minute. You've got Surrounded. You've got Rampage. You got Adrenaline Junkie again, although it doesn't have Demolitionist to go with it. This looks like they're trying to like gauge this one to be more of a PvP machine gun. Heating up, Tunnel Vision. Maybe combine that with like Zen Moment. But look, I hate how slow all machine guns handle, especially in PvP. You may want to consider Snapshot in one of these parts. Tunnel Vision or Heating Up. Like this combination is pretty nice. I like that actually. Then of course you got Rampage. You can do Rampage, Field Prep. I just don't know if I'm gonna use Surrounded. You know, I'm just not able, even with Surrounded spec, I feel like I'm not able to take advantage of Surrounded as much. Vaulted Glass, you'll be able to, especially if you're like sitting on that pillar and you've got ads coming in like where the Templar is and the Fanatics. Surrounded could probably stay proc literally the entire time, but you know, you get the ease of use with Rampage. Overall, interesting. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of 900s in PvP, but we'll see. Moving on, we have, is it HEZEN or HEZEN? HEZEN's Vengeance. HEZEN's Vengeance. HEZEN. Look at it. Oh, that's hot. That looks good. I'm telling you, fellas. All right. Oh my Lord, what is going on here? Okay, so we have Overflow. Lasting Impressions. Look no further. Does solar damage, by the way. Lasting impressions, Overflow. Mother of God. You can go Vorpal if you want. What is the damage difference? What is lasting impression? And I know Vorpal is 15%, right? Vorpal is 15%, correct?
Vorpal's 25, I think. I'm not too sure though. It could be 50. So
Vorpal is 15. Lasting impression is 20. Okay. So for damage, obviously, like for single target damage, lasting impression with overflow, that would be good. You know, just back to back. But understand, lasting impressions, I love the increase there in damage. It also has a problem though because of the delay. And a lot of times what I would find is like the damage didn't actually like it didn't actually explode in time. So you may want to consider Vorpal and Overflow together, especially when dealing with champs. It does come with cluster bombs, but I don't think cluster's really the play here. Demolitionist is nice because when you activate your grenade, it auto reloads the weapon. And of course you got auto loading holster. Dude, Overflow is probably where I mean, like impact casing, Overflow, lasting impression. How much would that how much would it surely not 3 rockets, right? Like you're not going to be able to hold 3 rockets.
It doubles the magazine.
So it's just, you'll hold 2 rockets. So the question
unless that backup mag lifts it up to 2.
Oh my God, I didn't even think about that. No way, there's no possible way.
You could check with the Trials rocket right now. Put that back up and see if it increases it.
I don't think it does. I don't think it does. But boy, wouldn't that be something if Bungie like allowed us to do it, and you throw a depth backup mag on this rocket launcher.
This is a missed opportunity to add tripod back into the game.
Yeah, Truth holds 3. I know, but Truth. I mean, this. If you want to use Truth, go right ahead. You can use Truth. I'll take HEZEN all day, man, all day. I use this rocket launcher in Crota's Inn. You're so good, Brandon. Thank you so much for the Prime. All right, we have our exotics, which we've already gone over, but we'll do it again. We have the Path of Burning Steps. Solar Final Blows periodically grant you an escalating bonus to weapon damage. You are harder to slow or freeze with stasis, and when you break out, you take no damage from doing so, creating a burst of solar energy around yourself. All right, man. Is there ever been an exotic more made for Sun Warrior and Bottom Tree Sunbreaker? Like that is just, it was designed for that. You create a burst of solar damage. You break out. You get a kill with that solar damage. Boom, Sun Warrior. Sun Warrior. Warmon sell the pants. There it is. And they look kind of fire. They look good. I'm sure Bungie will have a sexy ornament for it. You know how it goes. Star Eater Scales. Exotic Hunter Legs. Feast of Light. You gain additional super energy from orbs of power you pick up. While your super energy is full, picking up an orb of power overcharges your super, causing you to gain a burst of healing when cast and a bonus to your super damage. At maximum overcharge, you can also gain an overshield. What I'm thinking with this is I'm thinking panic supers. Like I'm thinking, or a couple ways you can go with this one. This is definitely not going to be an exotic I think people are going to main on their hunter in PvP, but it will definitely be like Eternal Warrior. You're going to swap off to it. Can you imagine a golden gun with an overshield, right? Can you imagine a Revenant super pushing you getting him to one shot, and he instantly heals himself when casting a super? It's situational for sure. And I don't know if it's necessarily going to be useful in trials, because in between rounds, that orb that you picked up does not carry over. It's kind of like charged with light. But, you know, depending on the bonus to your super damage, could it combat that of Celestial? You know, could it be damage rivaling that of like Celestial and Gunslinger? Boots of the Assembler. Warlock Legs. Oh, this looks like something for Solar too. Blessing of Order. Standing in a healing rift creates noble seekers that seek out allies that are not in a rift and then heal them. Standing in an empowering rift creates noble seekers that grant both you and your ally a damage bonus. Each time a noble seeker finds one of your allies, the duration of your rift is briefly extended while you're standing in it. I don't know, man. Like, the damage bonus is kind of concerning. So you're standing in an empowering rift. You got your 120 round per minute hand cannon. You're double shotting people. You're two tapping people. I guess you don't need it because you're getting it. You don't necessarily need it because your Noble Seekers are granting you and your ally a bonus damage. But I think a really good one is just keeping your team alive. Like, all I want to do with this is use Lumina with it. Like, I just want to use Lumina with it and overcommit here to the support role. You're doing damage while sitting in your Rift. You're proccing Noble Protocol. You're also getting those Seekers out. I mean, it's just double the healing here. Everything here is just keeping your team alive. I don't know if it's necessarily going to be an exotic we're going to want to have, like, on maybe not on the day, maybe the day one raid. Maybe. But I think the harder version of the raid is where we're really going to see the benefit of it. Okay. Dude, that's everything.
Slap that like button like your mama told you right.